Hey guys, it's Easy, and I'm gonna go over some of the new augmented stuff here and see about some grinding habits as well as what we got in the store, what kind of research to go for, all that fun stuff. And we're gonna get started here. This is the augmented zone here. It is just between Fed space and the old Dom space there. But when you're farming the regular credits, you're going to want to go to level 40 here. That is going to have the highest of all the regular credits, just the standard common there. And for the crew, I unlocked this girl here, Carol, and she gives a pretty decent bonus here, 150%. Definitely worth getting her if you haven't, or at least start working on her with the Enterprise E card for his loot bonus right there. So it's still 100% with one officer. And obviously you want to use her to get that extra 30% there. And then for the last here, the dock, you get that 20%. All these together will get you a pretty quick run when you're going. So it's not bad at all. I'm just going to go ahead and send this and see how fast we can get this thing filled up. It really doesn't take too long. It'll be a few minutes and then I'll be just sending it back real quick. I can always send my Enterprise here as well. Let's go ahead and do that just to kill time while this one's flying back and forth. I generally just like using the cube for this just because it's free tractor beam real quick. I mean, it's a little less on cargo space, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's quick enough to where it's not a big deal if I do an extra trip. So right there, I got 78 from a single kill. So it definitely goes up pretty quick there. I'm just going to keep on just sending this thing as quickly as possible and see how fast I can fill this up. And when you are in here, you want to look for these guys here. Little Botany Bay ships, the trading ships, because they have quite a bit of extra loot. But they'll kill you pretty quick. So you might just explode on them, like right there. Immediately get blown up by the thing. They have a 30% chance just to blow you up. So it is worth having that second ship around because that'll give you that 60% chance. So right there, this time it died. I'm gonna keep on sending this until my cube's back. Those things don't spawn too often, but with this, if you see here, 15k, that is going to be the highest of every system. Even if you go up from here, it still will not beat that for common loot. Every 10 systems has the max on the next rarity. So for 40, that's where the max for common is. Then 50 is going to be the max for uncommon, and then 60 will be rare, and then 70 will be the epic. So you definitely want to stick to those if you can. I mean, right now for the rare, I'm usually just grinding in like, I think 54 normally, so I'm not too far on them. These things are not that fun to kill most of the time, especially those little traders. Those can be pretty frustrating because with that 30%, it just instantly blowing you up. Depends on how lucky you are, because you might be sending it 5, 6 times, and then someone can just swoop in and get it from you. And that is not fun when that happens. Let's see here. We're making pretty good progress. We're already up to 600 here. It definitely doesn't take long with all these bonuses. Even my enterprise with just a normal Symbios crew, they're doing pretty well. Just gathering those resources. So I'll just go ahead and finish up this one here with both these ships. And once I'm done with this, I'll fly out to the level 50 system and fill up the cargo as well. Give you an idea of what you're looking at with the difference in the amount of drops they have. Right now, it's the arc is over. Unfortunately, kind of missed out on doing this during it with all the problems the game was having. Really delayed everything for me. But it's really not bad. I mean, it's really a simple arc. I know a lot of people were having problems with it, but I just really haven't had any problems with it. You know, once you look through these things and you see what you need to do, it really isn't bad. I mean, it's kind of a hassle, especially with all the weird abilities these things have, but once you get past it, it's no big deal. So like right there, we already just knocked that out, and our cargo is now full. Let's just get this one up to a mill as well. There'll just be a few more hits, and we'll be done. Let's see, what am I getting with this? Almost 50, so that's not too bad. Not bad at all. So the 14k from these is adding up pretty quick. And my research is maxed on it, so for the loot bonus, I am getting the full 100%. I'm 5 on 5 points for it. And we'll just go ahead and send this here to the level 38 system real quick. Give you an idea of how different the loot is for it. Sending sending the right ship definitely does help. I know I'm sending my cube, and it's definitely not my best ship. It's probably about half the power of my main ship here, but it's not like I'm grinding anything crazy anyways, so I just like the instant warp back, so if I ever do blow up on that, I can just send it back immediately. Yeah, see, here's one right here. So even with that, it's 20,000. Without that, but the normal ships right there, it's 8,000. So you're gonna get an extra 6,000 just by doing level 40s. So there we go. We just knocked that out there. Let's move this up a little bit, see if we can get some time to warp out of here before that gets us. I'm just going to send this to level 42 and just go all the way up one system to the other until I hit level 50. I'm going to check each system for those traders. I'm just going to recall that in the meantime. So while that one's heading back, this one's going to go and just check all the systems real quick. So right here, we got another one right here. So we're just going to grab that. Probably going to blow up like usual, but that's how it goes. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Yeah, that 30% comes up a lot, just so you know. So expect to be resending. So it's not really worth sending your best ship because it doesn't matter what you send, it's gonna get blown up. But all the extra loot that it has on it, because those carry everything from the common to the epic credits. So it is worth picking them off whenever you can, just to start collecting those things. And the bigger the bonus, the better for sure. So let's see here. Right there, the splicers, you get epic 50, 100 for the rare, 2,000 for the UC, and then 25,000 for the common. There we go, we killed it that time. So that one's down, and let's send to the next system here. Just keep on marching up the road here. Alright, nothing here. For these guys, I did just immediately go right for the research for the extra loot. I didn't bother with anything else. I just wanted to get that loot up as quickly as possible. That way I could just get my daily pulls maxed as quickly as possible. Absolutely something you'd want to do. Especially when you're grinding in a lower system like that from the common. That makes all the difference right there. Just getting that loot up and pulling that common chest. So right now I think I'm either 2 points in or 3 points in on the rep bonus. I think it's 100% right now that I'm at. So all of these kills as well have the rep given out, which isn't bad. I mean, it gives a little bit of rep, nothing crazy, but so right here we got 850 rep per kill, and then it's only 2,000 common, and then 1,500 UC per kill. So right now this is just where you want to go for the UC whenever you do get it, because it's going to have the most. But other than that, if you're going for common, you definitely want to be down that level 40 system. And right here, these beams do almost nothing. So if you look at that, it's really not worth really hitting those things. Alright, we got our second ship in here. Actually, nope, not that one. Whenever they're frozen like that, like here, do not target them. So you got the Mayflower here. Let's see. So here we go. See the hijack D7. That is exactly what this is, and that's one that will kill you in 30%. But if you just spam on targets, just go from one to the next like that, it will not get you and it'll actually glitch out. So you just gotta send this thing as quickly as possible, and that thing will actually just freeze before it gets to you every single time. It's a weird thing. I mean, sometimes it doesn't work, but most of the time it's just gonna, nothing happens. You know, right there, it just flew right through it, like it just wasn't there. Yeah, there's a lot of glitch issues with this patch that they had, which isn't bad with how a lot of these things hit. So you definitely want to take advantage of them if they're still going on. So just grinding UC, you can tell how much slower it's going. I'm only in the 300k right now, but even with that, that's like half of that, or not half, but like about a third of that is going to be just all UC credits. And to do a max pull on UC, it's going to take, I think it was 600,000. So once we actually max this cargo, we'll be pretty close to being able to max pull. And the health is definitely dropping a lot quicker on these ones than they were before. And that just goes to show you how much more these things damage you, even at lower levels. They do scale pretty quick. So we'll continue and knock out a few more of these. See if we can at least get this to 500 before we gotta return it. And don't forget to check for those traders. That's what I was just doing, looking around here to see if anything popped up while I was grinding. Because those are worth going for. You know, even though they're gonna blow you up pretty much every time, it's still worth going for just because of the extra loot and the epic and the rare. Even though it's not much, it'll add up. See right there, it actually finally just caught me. Sometimes it'll actually get you, but most of the times, like, it just won't do it. So just kind of ignore it and just send as quickly as you can. Like right here, it's just parked next to me for whatever reason. It's just weird how those things are. And yep, I think we'll just call it here. We'll return that one. We'll go through the store. And that's that's it. So they're not terrible, and then the next level up for the max would be 60 here. And then 70 for epic, rare, UC, and common. So let's have a look at that store now. So right there, augmented. Here's that common chest. So every pull is 4 million, and we just got up to 8 million for that. So I got 2 days worth of full pulls just from that. Need a little bit of credits, and those credits are not easy to get. So you definitely want to be max pulling that. It's gonna take a while to grind them out in general. But for here for the UC, we're sitting at 1.2 million right now, and it's 70k for the single, and then 80 or 800k for the full pull there. But if you notice how much more rep that is, it's 142,000, which is just a big difference. You're going from 13k to over 140. And then right here, 16 million is it scales pretty high pretty quick. So pulling these bigger chests is something you definitely want to do whenever you can. I mean, even the rare right here, you're looking at 275. So it's not too bad if you're able to grind this stuff out, but if you're just stuck doing common alone, you're gonna have a rough time with it. So getting those traders, trying to get at least a single pull on this will definitely help boost you up a lot quicker. And then, the epic as well, because it doesn't take much for that. So doing those traders, getting that, whatever it was, like 50 per kill with the extra bonus. I mean, once you hit enough of those, that'll add up, and every little bit helps getting that rep up. For the other chests, though, I mean, you're looking at officer shards from many different officers here. But for this right here, these are the new away team resources. They take the common credits, so I like to single pull these. Gives you a little bit of XP, a little bit of boost on the speed up, and then a chance for the refresh and the planetary charts here. Those planetary charts are what you use to send new away team missions. And then there's this here. So these are the common shard pulls. It's just a bunch of older officers mainly, so nothing too crazy. But it is more than just like a single shard. Usually you see like 10s pop up for whatever one it picks for you, and it'll pick like 4 or 5 officers if I remember right. And it's not too much for the single pulls, 150, 100. It's just worth doing the single pulls and keep them on cooldown until you get more of your research done. Getting some of these lower deck officers out of the way, a lot of the new PvP officers in this one. So it's not too bad for just the UC here. Now let's take a look at the rear. Got a lot of S&W officers here, the Strange New World ones, and those are really good for just PvE grinding, just going after regular hostiles. And you got some Armada crews here as well, so it's a little bit of everything in this one. Below deck, Armada, hostile crews. I mean, this is definitely worth pulling anytime you get the chance, because it's going to be about the same as well, where you're pulling whatever one it picks. It's going to give you about 10 shards, and it'll pick about 5 officers. So you definitely want to be pulling those. And then I haven't unlocked this one yet, but it's not too bad. I already burned through a lot of these today, and right here we got a bunch that are just at 10. A lot of the single ones, but they'll pop up pretty significantly. I mean, these are definitely the better officers that you want to be going for. And these credits do just pop up when you're just grinding a normal. So it's not like you have to pull a chest every single time. There'll be missions for it that you can get those in and just save them and just try to single pull, make them last as long as possible until you can actually grind out to pull the chests. And then you can always convert as well to knock out some research if you're really desperate. And here we go. Here's some more officers in this chest. This is just the rare credits here. Gives you that forbidden tech for the Devora Fisha. Nice little mining bus. I have not used that ship in so long. I don't know why they just randomly put that there. That's just a stupid thing to have there. But there are some nice artifacts here. This one, 3,000% the hull health is pretty significant. So trying to single pull that daily if you can. That's what I've been doing, but I'm pretty much spent all my epic credits for both of these because that's what I have been doing. But extra ISO damage 60% when that's finished, so that's not something you want to be skimping on. I definitely go for all the ISO damage I can. Mine's close to it's like 160, 170 right now. It's pretty significant, and it's just a massive damage bonus. And right here, the reputation drop. So from those hostels, when it popped up, whatever it was, about 800 per kill, that will help you for sure. Because right now, mine is, I got 2 points in it. There it is. 50% is what I'm at. My next rank will be 100%. So it'll just flat out double that, which is not too bad. There's other things for the research that you'd want to focus on. There's speed up research, just resource reductions. The G5 and G6 materials are not bad because these bonuses do scale pretty quick. Let's see, where is it at? I've already put 1 point in each, so it's 25 and 25. Next point's already at 50, and then it ends up being 300%, which is definitely not bad at all. For the rest of the research, it's just all ship components, station components, just the basic tritium, the par steel, and dillium. Beyond those, it's there's really nothing that I've seen yet that reduces that chance just to instantly blow you up, and I've been looking for that. So I don't know if I'm missing it or if they just haven't added anything yet, but I really hope that they do because I hate that 30% chance. It seems to happen far more than that 30%. Alright, guys, I hope this helped you out. You have a good one now. See you later.